Then we kill this guy. And then we shall get to our next bonfire. And I'll also show you something else, which may or may not be helpful. Actually, we're probably going to do that regardless, just because the bow that we can get is really useful. Now just kill these enemies, again. Block hit strategy. Ah, Titanite shard. Those are very useful. Those are used to upgrade your weapon, and while you can't do that yet, it's definitely something you want to have later on. If you find any, you're lucky. They don't drop frequently, but they drop sometimes. Now for these spear guys, these are very unique enemies, because they're extremely annoying. Most of your one-handed weapons will just bounce off the shields. You've got three options. A, you can two-hand and just basically spam the crap out of him. B, you can parry, which I don't suggest for newer players. This is basically a parry, and then you're riposte. Or C, you can kick them, and then just slap them. Kick was done pressing R1 and forward at the exact same time. So, there's this guy hiding behind you. Just kill him so he won't come stab you in the ass later on. And then over here, you'll find this merchant. Now, what you want to do if you do have the souls is just go and you need 1,000 souls just for the bow, which you should buy, and then buy the cheapest arrows you can. You don't need some super arrows. These are not used to damage or kill. And then you just equip them. I have 144 arrows. They're like 3 souls per, so they're super easy to get. Also, I forgot to mention, inside here is a shield. You don't really want that shield because your current shield is superior in just about every way. Unless you're that low in weight, it weighs 0.5 less. Now, just get rid of these guys. You can zoom using the D-pad on either the Xbox controller or the PS controller. I have no idea on keyboards because I've never used one, sorry about that. So, just keep shooting them. You'll do some decent damage. Just be sure not to be struck by a firebomb, those things hurt. And there you go. Now, just to be safe, what you can do is just shoot them with arrows. This is a very safe way, because there's more than one enemy in there at once. Let's see if we can hit the second guy as well. Yeah, we can. Now, this is not something I recommend for more skilled players, because this is a really easy area normally. But for newer players, this is a very good way to go. Of course, the aiming might be an issue, because you gotta aim slightly left to where you want to hit if you're shooting far away. And it's not Call of Duty, it's not that easy to first-person mode them. So, you might actually get approached, and then just pull out your weapon instead. There's this guy over here. Just murder his ass. There you go. And then inside here you'll find some loot. Now, I'm taking this really slow and gently. If I were to speedrun this or whatever, I would just bum rush through this area. But, so don't think I'm instantly a noob for taking it so slow and so easy or whatever. This is for people who can't handle it that well. You can just shoot all these guys with arrows, like lure them one at a time, or just kill them all accordingly. You can always just run in and try and take them on, but that's also a bit tougher. If you're uncertain, don't do it. There's no point in just killing yourself because you want to play the hero or whatever. So, this guy, just shoot them with arrows. Oh, I missed. Okay, he can block from the side, that's pretty annoying. So, just wait for him to come up here. A way to trigger him is to destroy the table inside by rolling into it. Just kick, stab. Now, try not to aggro those two down there. If you aggro them, just deal with them. Deal with them up here, though. Because up here is an archer you want to kill. He only has a crossbow, so he's pretty easy to deal with because he's extremely weak up close. Lure them off one at a time, and there you go. Again, use your shield. It's a good tool. You can basically make these enemies' weapons bounce off. Now, up here is a flame trap. Just run up until you see it start igniting and then run back down. There you go. You can leak through it, but again, do it easy and slow. There's no point in risking your life for something as stupid as bravery. In this game, bravery will not reward you. You will not seem badass, you will die. Now, don't roll in this barrier, slap them. There's this hidden little bastard that drops some good stones in there. These stones are not easy to obtain. They're either really expensive later in the game, or about impossible to farm. There is this one area where you can farm both of them, but again, it's easier to just kill that lizard. Climb up here and kill these two. Just be swift about it. Avoid the crossbow bolts and kill them. If you kill them before they can pull out their swords, they're really not that hard. Slide back down. Now, you picked up gold pine resin from that chest. So, just put that there, and you see, like, about this stone here. There's this stone in the middle of the road. Put the lightning pine resin on, walk beyond that point until you see this bastard leap down. Run directly back to the ladder you earlier climbed up. Just climb as fast as you can because this bastard is kind of quick. And he will slap you if he gets the chance because he's such an evil person. Now what you want to do is the same thing as you did with the first boss. Plunge him. Now what you want to do next is get between his legs. Block. You can still guard. Oh god, I can't. Because I'm useless. Don't, please, no. You can either fight him, or you can just wait until you get the opportunity to climb up the ladder again, and do that. You'll hit me. Oh, he didn't hit me. Okay, good. You got one or two options there. You can either wait for that, or you can... There you go. And now just slap him while he's recovering, and he'll be dead. Now, this is not the easiest fight. However, it's also not the hardest one, so... And the bow will prove to be more useful later on. It's not that useful yet. But it is plenty useful for me to mention that you should have it regardless. Okay, let's pick up this. Now, what you want to do is run straight ahead, run immediately backwards. The dragon will appear. And you don't want to stand there when the dragon appears. Okay, so... Speak to this guy. Don't attack him, don't hit him, don't whatever. He's a bit of a tough fight, and I suggest not killing him. He's helpful later in the game. If you kill him now, I can reassure you you'll regret it later on. Answer yes to both these questions. What he'll give you is a white sign soapstone. This basically allows you to be summoned by other players. If you help other players, you get humanity, which allows you to go human and summon others in return. And you get the souls for however many enemies you kill in the game. You get half the souls the host does. So say you clear out a boss, you get like... If the Taurus demon, that's 2,000 free souls, not counting the other NPCs you might kill. Run down there, like there's this hole, you saw it anyways, but... And run down here, kick the ladder. I completely forgot about the bonfire, didn't I? Yeah, I did. No, I didn't. I rest that. And you'll be at the bonfire. This is a neat shortcut. Do not level up. You want to keep these souls. If you are really afraid of losing them, then use them. I, for one, like to use them on something else, which I'll show you later on. They're useful for upgrading. Now, I'll show you why later on. Okay, you got two routes. You got the one that's a shortcut up there, and you got the much harder route down here. But we're going to take the harder route just because the easier route is also not a risk-free zone. If you're really unlucky, he'll end up killing you. Kill this guy any way you want. Slash him, block him, whatever. This guy's a bit more tricky. Again, use the kick. Use the kick to break his guard. It'll immediately break. Now, for the next part, don't just bum rush in. It's dangerous. Those things are dangerous as hell if you get too close. So what you want to do, just lure one out at a time. There you go. As you see, like, they can't approach you. They can't get close enough. Now take on the second one. Oh, that was a humanity. These guys drop humanities, by the way. So it's a bit of a shame that that one fell down. Humanities are not that common. And this one doesn't. Well, that's sad. Okay, now you can run in. There is a third rat to the right here, so just be careful. Block his hit. Slash, 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 dead. Thumbs up. There you go. Now for this next, actually no, this next part, let's just do it slow and steady. I'm not going to try and help. No, I'm not going to try and lure you into something that might kill you, and then you won't see the alternate route, which you might want to take anyways. Kick, kill, and then this guy approaches. Again, block, parry, kick, whatever. Just don't get hit by him. That poke hurts like hell. Now for this next part, well, ignore the spear guy, he doesn't hit too often. Backstab these guys, hit them, block their arrows. Backstabbing gives you invincibility frames, so you cannot be struck during the backstab animation. That's why I choose to backstab them. But you can't hit them, they have no shield or guard or anything. With spearmen, kick them. Slash, 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 slash. There you go. The reason you run up here instead of just going straight ahead when the gate is open is because there's a boar and it will butcher you. It butchered me so many times the first time around. Okay. So, what I want to do is just shoot this boar bastard. Now, another thing you want to do is just pull out the alluring skull and toss it into the fire, or whatever else you might think is smart. Now the reason why you want to put it onto the fire is because this boar is dumb enough to walk straight into it. Now use another one. I think he got pissed at the fire. Now, if he just come right below you, just plunge him. There you go, he's dead. If he doesn't, just throw more luring skills into the fire or right below you. Be sure not to stand too far out on the edge or you'll fall. I should have really mentioned that. And this bastard is one to close the door. I cannot reach him because he's too damn far away. If I had had a longer ranged weapon, sure, I might have been able to. Now, just bum rush this. Okay, not bum rush. Usually these guys just... one guy's trying to run away while the other try to take you in ambush. Try to catch the first guy before the other ones catch you. But if they stand like this, just kill them. They're regularly really weak, but usually there's one there, and there's this in the middle. So they usually try to take you on all at once, which is why they turn into such tremendous pain in the ass. Just block them with like with the rest of the enemies. Slap, slap. Now, this mystery key will do you nothing because you have the master key anyways, but if you don't, pick up the mystery key. You might as well. There's no, like, this key frees a person to freeze himself anyway, so it doesn't really matter. Okay, then same with these. Block and hit. Oh god, it froze for a second, didn't it? And that loot over there, you can go grab it if you want, but I'm not going to bother. Now, this fog gate leads just to another area. Don't be afraid of the boss or anything. There's a shield over here, but that shield really is bad. If you really want to go kill that guy, he's not easy to kill, he's not. I'd suggest not even trying to, but if you're really desperate for that bad shield, go ahead and fetch it. It's called a night shield, it's bad. I'm not going to fetch it just because this shield is better. It's lighter, it's got high stability, which is basically, yeah, that's why you don't hit them with one-handed swords, by the way. I have not hit them yet. I just fail at kicking. The shield down there, it weighs more, it's not generally good, it doesn't have that great defense. It has 100% physical defense, but so does this. Now, don't... See, this is why you shouldn't actually just go bum rush whatever you see. There's two ends of every deal in this game. That guy's not that hard, like his sword will bounce off the weapons like any other. And what you see there is the first and the second hit. Block. There you go. The attack you see there is the second R2 as well. Second one. It's the follow-up, basically. It's the follow-up heavy attack. I haven't really brought that up, but I didn't think it was that necessary. Try not to aggro the guy inside there. Like, just run across here, because what you want here is this weapon. This particular weapon is really useful. It's a really good weapon. It's slightly heavier, so I'm just going to take off my gauntlets and see if I can fast roll. Yeah, I can. It has good range, it has better damage than your current weapon, and it's overall a really good weapon. This can carry you throughout the game. It's not that good a PvP weapon, especially not if you don't know what you're doing, but it's an excellent PvE weapon. People will usually roll this in PvP, but in PvE it's so easy. The Baller Shield, you could use that over this one, but I still prefer this one. It's lighter. It's good. This guy does not like to bounce off. So just poke him. Like, poke him from range. Oh god. Or just get poked like me. Try not to get poked. And this is a bastard. Don't hit him if he does that. Basically, he will always parry. You can poke him from a range so he doesn't actually land the parry. But if you're not careful, he will parry and riposte you for pretty much an instant kill. It's a bit of a cheesy thing they did, but it's also easy to tell because he puts his sword in front, or his rapier in front of himself like a retard. Don't try to fight this guy immediately. Just run this exact path that I'm running. Ignore these guys. Just run straight ahead. They'll de-aggro before soon, and there's no other enemies you'll face immediately down here. Okay, so... keep running, keep running. Now, we're finally at the place where we can upgrade our weapon. I'm not sure if you'll get a +5, since we haven't really killed all the enemies. But regardless, if you have souls, don't spend them to level up. There's a bonfire here that you can level up, but don't. Right now, upgrading your weapon is more important. In total, that will get you more damage than any other form of leveling up. Purchase. What you want in total is 9 of these. If you can't get 9, don't get 9. Reinforce your weapon, which is the halberd. You should reinforce the halberd. It's a strong weapon. It's quick, it's ranged, and it's extremely versatile. Just because of all of that. Now, don't go immediately back to the bonfire. There's no point in doing that. You'll spawn that bonfire after resting at it anyways. Do remember to rest. Run straight past this guy. As long as he doesn't start attacking with melee, he should be pretty easy to run by. So just keep running. Now, you might have died, you might have gotten stuck further behind to him, but just keep running until you get past him. Then kill this guy. These guys are not that hard to kill. They stagger from anything, so just keep poking them, or run hit them. Running hit is just running and then pressing R1. Simple as that. Now, if you're uncertain again, just use the block strategy. Their vines will bounce off just as easy as anything else. Now for this next area, do not just bum rush. Wait. There's this guy in the distance, and just block, stab. And there's this guy hidden at the ground. That's why you don't bum rush. You can poke him, or you can just walk a little further ahead. He'll get up regardless. And you cannot hit him during this wake-up animation, so don't even try. That's not like an insult or a warning or anything, that's just, it doesn't work. Now, let's just go and grab something else. There's a ring down here that's extremely helpful. The reason I'm saying that is because it grants poise without having to wear any armor. Poise is basically your inability to be staggered. As you see, I get staggered by everything because I have 0 poise. Everything. This ring will give you 40 poise, and that's enough to take a lot of hits. Now, this, in general, is a suicide mission. If you're really good, you could always try to take them all on at once, but I'm not going to, because I doubt you'll be able to. You'll just die, because there's such a lot of them. Just look at this, and then just run. Run where you just unlocked a path. Just run. Anything else is usually a suicide mission. There's this disgusting frog down here, but it won't aggro until you're really close normally. So just slap it. Yeah, I got Green Blossom. Green Blossoms increase your stamina regen for about 60 seconds. It's good for boss fights, so don't use it for anything else. If you did get one, obviously. If you didn't, then it's not that big a loss. You can buy them anyways. But if you did get one, hey, you got something for a boss fight. I'm not going to use it just because I want to show you that it's easily beatable without that, because it's not 100% drop. Now, you can either try to kill this guy, or you can try to grab the ring and try to run back. He has some sort of slow-mo attack. That, like, he slows you down so you can't roll, you can barely even move. And he breaks your guard way too fast for you to try. Now again, try to run back. Roll past them, don't try to block them, just try to roll them. If you can't, then block them, but... And this bastardization of a tree blocks you, by the way. Just deal with it extremely quickly or you're pretty much raped. Roll, roll. Now, if you didn't get past them and you died, then just... You'll see where I'm at soon enough. I'll just run back to the church and then take it from there anyway, so you'll know where I'm at anyways, regardless of whether or not you died. So... This forest has a lot of things to it, but nothing that you want. Not yet, anyways. It has a boss battle, that's the boss. You can see it right up there. It's this shiny butterfly thingy. It's not that hard, really, because all it does is spam you with magic and then land and you hit it. You gotta dodge everything and then just survive. That's pretty much how you do it. Anyways. You've probably started to recognize the area like this where we ran earlier, but regardless, I'm going to show you the church and then take it from there. Or the place where the blacksmith is at. Now this is the area we left, remember?